It's just so weird how everything happens how it's supposed to. One thing I did want to talk about, and this is really important, today made me so much more excited. I had a feeling you'd come back and save me. So if you clicked on this video, you probably saw the title, and if you saw the title, you know what's up. We bought a house. We have a lot to catch up on. I'm just gonna do my hair real quick, and then we're gonna chat. I like to keep it separate, and also... All right, there is so much that I have to catch you guys up on, starting with what you guys probably don't know is that I actually took a little bit of a YouTube break, and you might be thinking, no, you didn't. You've been uploading 2 days a week like normal, like nothing has changed. But I started getting ahead on filming. And I like to be ahead in general if it works out with like sponsors, because obviously you can't be too ahead if you're working with sponsors, but I like to be like 2 or 3 steps ahead naturally in case something like this happens, which I didn't know if it would or not, but I just like to be ahead on things, like, or even like a tragedy. I don't know, like I would hate to feel obligated to post if something happens in my life. So that's just like my normal personality. And if I'm filming 3 videos a week and only posting 2, and I do that for quite a few weeks, I can get pretty ahead on things. Rewinding a little bit, if you guys remember, it was about, what was it, 2 months ago at this point? I thought I found my dream home. And I say I thought because it was not my dream home. What's that saying? Like, if it's meant for you, it won't pass you. Like, I truly learned so many lessons. If you guys watched that original video, you saw how excited I was. I don't even know what to say. I really thought I was gonna walk in and be like, no, I need to like calm down, but I just need to live in this house. I can't even explain how purely excited I was. I mean, I had seen so many open houses in every city I've been in, you know, Cincinnati and Charlotte and New York and St. Petersburg, like everywhere. And I had never walked into a house where I felt that way. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's meant to be, we need this house. And then you guys know what happened. We did not get the house. I'm really sad, but I'm not in the mood to even talk right now. So yeah. Yep. I was so bummed, but it also gave me hope that, okay, like there are houses out there and we're gonna find one that's meant to be. However, I realized as much as I share like everything on here about my personal life, I needed to keep this one close to my chest because I just couldn't bear the thought of going through the whole, I found my dream house and then the offer got rejected again. Like I realized that part of the home buying process I had to keep off YouTube. I had to because emotionally, it was like a lot, like editing it and uploading it. Like the day that I uploaded, we found our dream home, I already knew we got rejected. Like we didn't, what's it word? Like we didn't get rejected, but just another offer was accepted. I already knew that, and uploading that video was really, really hard. So I decided, you know what? I am not going to put this out there until we actually find a house and we close, which actually we have not closed yet, but I mean, we have gone through all of the steps, which by the way, buying a house, oh my goodness, it is the most extensive process. I have to say, because we aren't also selling a house, we have probably set a record for how fast this closing is going to be. Fingers crossed. I really hope everything happens. It will, like it's going to happen. And by the way, like just to speak candidly, I have been experiencing anxiety in a way that I have never experienced anxiety in my life. I have not been sleeping. I have not been sleeping since we lost out on that first home. Like truly, like that's when the anxiety began. It began like in the process of, are we gonna get the home? Are we not? We didn't get the home, and it has just continued where I just can't sleep. And I'm just so like, oh my gosh, must find home. Like I've just been like really going through it, if I'm being honest. Zach and I really use the whole saga as motivation. Like we are going to find our dream home. We know we want to be in Cincinnati and we're just going to keep looking. And a couple of weeks later, lo and behold, we walked into a home and said, oh my gosh, we could live here. and we started the whole process. We went through putting in our offer, and this time it got accepted, and I am so freaking excited. And the thing with the dream home that we lost out on, it had so many features that I was like, we're never gonna find again. Like those big windows and just like the whole setup. Well, I learned that that is a very common setup in Cincinnati homes. Like there are builders in Cincinnati that have been building that exact floor plan for like a decade or over a decade. So as we were searching, I was finding not the same exact floor plan, but I mean pretty much. Like the house that we are going to be moving into reminds me so much of that other house, but it has things that I love even more. Like it almost feels like it's too good to be true, but gosh guys, like, and that's why I am happy I uploaded that first video, because I just really want to show people, even when things are so like, oh my gosh, like I'm never gonna get over this, like everything is awful. Just wait, because I am so freaking excited. Like I'm so excited. So we close on the house at the end of the week. What we are doing today is we are going to like the final inspection. So actually I have to remember, we have to bring a tape measure to like get measurements, and my dad is going to be coming and doing some I guess renovations. Like he's gonna be doing some things that we wanted in the house that we could not find, because it is so rare to find a house where you walk in and you're like, this is it. Like there are some things that we might want to change, and I'm just so excited. Like I'm like shaking. Like I feel like I'm not going to be okay until closing day. I just like I have trust issues from the last saga, and I just feel like it's not ours until closing day. But I figured like I really want to start taking you guys along with me. Like it has sucked not being able to vlog. Obviously I could have. It's not like someone was telling me I couldn't. It's just I really wanted to leave social media out of it for my own mental health. And oh my gosh, I feel so pale right now. Normally in the winter months I do self-tan on my face. Like I'll do a spray or like like the droplets. I'm doing that because you rub the droplets into your face, but I have been breaking out lately because of all the stress is what I am thinking. And so I don't want to self-tan if I have like breakouts on my face, because I feel like it'll just exacerbate the situation. So I feel very ghostly, but I kind of like, sometimes it's like a look, like I'm digging it, but definitely excited for the sun to come out. For a quick lunch before we go to the inspection, I'm having this brown sugar bourbon salmon. I discovered it at Kroger a couple of weeks ago, and it is just, it's hitting. And then I have squash in the air fryer. Also, I should mention the salmon costs $10 for 2 pieces. So $5 for a piece of salmon is not bad at all. Like it is, I don't know, maybe smaller than some people. Like Zach thought this was nothing, but this is exactly what I want. Truly, this is my idea of a perfect lunch nowadays. Butternut squash and beautiful salmon. And I love having some sort of fruit on the side, which 99.9% of the time is grapes. So Zach's very self-conscious of his outfit today.
Yeah, if I looked at you like this.
I don't know, I guess I was
scolding face
I guess I
disapproval.
I looked at his sweatshirt for 1 second too long. I was just looking to see what you were wearing today, and he got so self-conscious. He's like, what's wrong? What, you need something? No, Zach. No, but oh my gosh, we're just both so excited because we're on our way to our house. Well, I guess it's not ours yet, right? Like it's not, is it official? It's not official.
No, we have to sign paperwork before it's 100%.
So today's inspection day, and then we sign all of the paperwork in a few days, and then it's officially ours. It feels so freaking weird. And like Zach, I mean, I already kind of explained from my perspective what's going through your mind, like going from thinking we found the dream home to now this. Like, how are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling happier. I think we landed in a better position. I think we got lucky that we didn't get the first home.
I could not agree more. Like I told Zach, if the home that we thought we wanted were to become available tomorrow, I would say no, thank you, because I like the home that we are going to right now better. Like it's just so weird how everything happens how it's supposed to and for a reason. And I don't know, I know not everyone believes that, but it's so crazy how everything worked out with just everything. So I'm very hyped. Do you have like a favorite part of our dream home you like?
No, I mean, not like one single part. I mean, I think we just like a lot of it. The house itself is incredibly nice, where it's like we have different office spaces. We can have 2 separate TV type rooms.
Basically, we can spend a lot of time apart.
If I need to like escape even to like the unfinished basement, I can. I've got options.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm have to soundproof some of the house eventually.
Oh my gosh. Suck.
For if like someone else is noisy.
Yeah, it's like not even about us because we just love being together so much.
Side by side.
But no, I'm excited. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film today because there are going to be other people there. I'm definitely going to give you guys a sneak peek, and then hopefully on closing day I could do like an empty house tour, but I'm so excited just to see it again. We've definitely driven up to, or not down. Gosh, okay, we're in Dayton now. We're driving down to Cincinnati. We've definitely driven way more than we should, like where we just want to stop by and like look at the outside. Also, there are so many things like, what are the neighbors like? Like, we know nothing. We know absolutely nothing, but I'm so excited to go to the house, and hopefully everything on the inspection is good. That's why I have not been wanting to vlog anything, because anything could come back and like ruin everything, and I don't want it public again because it's so embarrassing. Even people I see in real life have mentioned like, oh, like I saw you didn't get that house. I'm like, yeah, didn't get the house. What's going on with you? So yeah, it's one of those things where I really do not want any of this public until it's a done deal, but we're excited. And by the way, one thing I did want to talk about, and this is really important, obviously our privacy, because with the dream home we lost out on, I must have gotten 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 different people commenting, either saying the address of that home or saying some details about the home, basically showing me that they knew where it was based on them doing some internet digging. And listen, I don't think anyone meant anything wrong by this, and I don't think people even realize how incredibly unsafe that is for me. And like that's kind of like crossing a whole new line into just safety. And so I just ask, if you ever find out where this house is, I mean, I don't know, the internet's a crazy place. I do have to say we are taking all of the listings down, because once you sell a house, you can request through different things for just take the whole listing down. Don't let anyone even see that it was recently bought. So we have done that by the time this goes live. But I just ask, if you do find out, like, please don't post it. It's just incredibly unsafe, and I know people didn't mean any harm by it, and like they don't even realize, because I wouldn't have even realized. So one little request I have, love you guys so much, and okay, let's go see the house.
Let's go.
Guys, I'm currently in the future Clancy room. This is so exciting. Oh my goodness. So obviously before today, I was so excited about our house, aka we decided to buy it. Like obviously we were excited, but today made me so much more excited. Like, are you on a scale of 1 through 10?
I'm an 11.
He's an 11, as you say in like the most monotone voice.
I'm a 12.
He's a 12. We've gone over this before, guys. Trust me, he's happy on the inside, okay?
Yeah, if only you could see the inside. My heart is fluttering.
You're like the Grinch. You could like see the heart fluttering. But we have never been to the house on a sunny day. Every time we have visited, which has maybe been like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 times by now, but it's always been gloomy. And the day that we visited it, like the very first time, it was weird. Like I was just kind of thinking to myself, it was like the gloomiest day ever. It just doesn't feel bright and sunny. Obviously, it wasn't bright and sunny. And the day that we saw, Zach hates when I call it the dream home. It's not the dream home anymore, but the original one that I got so excited about. It was the sunniest day on earth. It was like 70 degrees in the middle of February, sunniest day. And so I just like had to like think about it and just like think like, okay, this is a gloomy day. Like we're going to have sunny days here. Lo and behold, did you hear my voice? Behold. It's so beautiful and it's sunny, and I only got a few clips because we were not alone and I obviously wasn't gonna vlog, but next video is gonna be an empty house tour. I wanna just show you guys everything. We are so excited. I knew, like, I'm so happy, like the cloudy days didn't turn me off, and it is facing in a nice direction for sun, but obviously like we have so much to get done with like furniture shopping, and that's why we had been going furniture window shopping, just to get an idea, what do we like, what do we not like. We definitely have run into some interesting times where we have different tastes.
You struggle with your fashion of furniture.
No, guys, like I literally, okay, clothes, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Look at me. You are definitely the more stylish one. Furniture, like in Zach's world, what did you tell me? Like you would want like a bright green kitchen with like gold hardware.
No, I just, like if I do like more accent stuff and whatnot, then
Zach's very modern.
it would look nicer than what you would do, but pick and choose your fights.
I am warm and cozy. Like I like cozy. Like I want you to walk into my house and be like, let's like lay together. Well, that sounds weird, but they trust me. That's the vibe.
Yeah, our neighbors are gonna like you then.
Yeah, please. But also the thing is, like I feel like we have different rooms that are our, like, you know, like you can decorate the basement. Like that's you. That's all you, bro. Like you go with what you want.
Okay, bro.
Oh my goodness, guys, buying a house is just, it's wonderful. It's very exciting, but there are just like 1,000,001 things that come with it. Like things you wouldn't even think about. Sewage and trash, like setting all of that up and then setting up heating and water and internet, like just everything. Like things, I call me ignorant. I am ignorant. I really like did not realize half of these things even existed. I just figured like, oh, of course the garbage men come every Tuesday or whatever it is, but it's just a lot of setting things up, and I have not gotten a lot of work done that I was supposed to get done today, but I just have not had the time. And I will say, I talked about it in the beginning of this video, how I have not been sleeping. I've been dealing with stress. The good news is, and I didn't mention it before, the stress, I guess it's not stress, it's like anxiety, but good anxiety, where I told Zach like a week ago, it feels like every single night is Christmas Eve. Like, you know, when you were young and it was Christmas Eve and like you just couldn't go to sleep because the next morning was going to be so exciting. Like you couldn't stop thinking about the presents you might get. Like at least that happened to me. Well, that's what it's like now, where I every single night go to bed and I just can't stop thinking about the house and like different rooms. Like I just can't stop thinking about it. But it's so annoying because it's not just one night, you know, it's so many nights because closing takes so long. And I mentioned we are closing in record time, less than a month, like super quick, because we just were able to. We didn't have a very complicated story, aka we're not selling a house as well, but like, oh my gosh, I need alcohol in this mug. This is tea, but I need alcohol. Oh my gosh, guys, you brought up such a good point. I mentioned I'm not going to be drinking until the wedding, and like there really is not a big reason for this because I don't drink a lot anyway, but so many of you commented saying you got to be careful because then on the night of your wedding you're gonna have one drink and get wasted. And I mean, that's an exaggeration, but like 2 drinks, I'll feel it. And that's a very good point, because here's the thing though, I'm not planning on like going crazy on my wedding, like, so I need to remember that, because I am a very big lightweight as it is, and then after having not had any alcohol for like 6 months, it's gonna be interesting. Oh my gosh, so I moved upstairs because my back was hurting a little bit at the dining room table, but I was just thinking like, all right, what am I gonna make the thumbnail for this vlog? I didn't pose for any thumbnails, but I'm sure there were plenty of screenshots throughout the video that would do. However, it just came to me that, so when we found our quote unquote dream home, it wasn't really a dream home, you guys know, I sent Zach this picture to really get him to picture us at that home, because if you remember, he wasn't too keen on the price. I wanted us to put in a larger offer than we did, so trying to convince him, I sent him that photo. It definitely didn't really work, but I think I'm gonna make that photo the thumbnail for this video. It's obviously not the house, but I'm not gonna post the front of our house anyway, because that's, you know, privacy reasons, but I think that would be funny. Even though it looks so pathetic, like it's so obviously edited, it's so obviously not us, but sometimes you just gotta, you know, go for the gold. Anyway, I am just gonna spend the rest of the night just doing more stuff. We just got more documents to sign somehow, some way. I feel like I'm signing away my life, but I'm very excited for the future vlogs because we're going to have moving vlogs and just like organizing an entire house. I've never had that before. Obviously, I've moved into apartments before, but to have to organize an entire house and design and new furniture and all of that, like I am so excited. And I just have to remind myself, it doesn't all have to get done in one day. In my head, I'm like, it must all get done in one day, but some of this furniture is not coming for quite a bit of time, which is not ideal, but we're gonna make it work, and it's just gonna be a whole journey that we are on together. I'm so freaking excited, guys. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the videos and the moving and the excitement. And I love you guys so much, seriously. Having your guys' support throughout all of this has meant the world. So thank you. It really, really means a lot to me. And I shall see you here next time. Bye.